Alright, so we got some new stuff in today. First thing is going to be the GrimmSpeed boost control solenoid. Just going to be a 3-port to get rid of our stock unit. Just a little 3-port hosing needed and a mount for it. That's going to be something that goes on here pretty soon. Some less exciting items, just some belts because they are squeaking currently. Pitch stop mount because the other one has gone pretty south. And then just some Mishimoto hoses, some silicone hoses to replace anything connecting to the intercooler. We're going to get all of that put on. Probably just going to worry about the boost controller for today, and we'll deal with the other parts at a later time. Alright, so first things first, we're going to get the old unit off. So we've got to take two 10mm bolts out, one here, and then I believe it's going to be two 10mm bolts on the inside of the plate. We'll remove the old unit, and then we will get to installing the new one. Alright, so there is actually a third bolt. It's going to be, if you're looking at the plate, it's going to be down here towards the bottom on the right hand side if you're looking at the vehicle. However, we're able to get it moved out of the way enough to access the two 10 mils here. I'm going to go ahead and pull the sensor or the connector off before fully taking off these 10 mils, and we'll get this out and get the new one in. Alright, so we got the old unit out, everything disconnected. Got the two old hoses down in there as well. We're going to go ahead and get these gaskets pulled off the side and transferred over to the new unit that came with the GrimmSpeed 3-port. Alright, so we have everything transferred over to the new plate for the new EBCS. One thing to note is I reused the stock hardware. I didn't see any other hardware in here, so the bushings, they're still the stock one. One thing to note, there is the nuts on the back side of, a protrusion from the back side. So I'm going to be setting this up pretty similar to stock, in stock orientation. So I did put the thin side of the grommets facing away from the protrusion on the back. We're going to get the GrimmSpeed mounted, and then we'll get it. We'll start getting things put in place. Right. So these are some of the hoses we're going to have to remove. We're going to have to remove this one at the wastegate, this one as a high pressure reference, and then it should be this one to a vacuum source. We're going to go ahead and get that done. Alright, so we did get everything out. The lines from the wastegate and the pressure reference. I will say, these things are basically crumbling in your hand. This pulled apart, pretty much no issue. We can see something was done here to connect that inside and keep it there. Don't know what, but yeah, this is all old and brittle. I mean, this is coming apart in my hands. So we're gonna get the new hose installed on those two, and then we will get the third port hooked up shortly. All right, so we have everything attached, so we've got the wastegate going to port 3 or port 2, whichever one this is. We've got the positive reference, which I've never seen rust on that port, but that rust was an absolute pain in the ass. Probably took me 10-15 minutes to get it on. We'll go to the center port here. Now, this one that's coming to the vacuum reference, this is going to get swapped out. They kind of rigged this up a little bit. I'm not very happy with it, but put a hardened end on, inserted into here to prevent any vacuum leak. So until I can get this piece replaced, I'm going to leave this piece on in place, and we have the line coming in. I'm leaving it at full length for now, until I'm able to get all this swapped out. I don't know what the length I'll need, so I don't want to trim and not have enough later on. But yeah, time to get the two 10 mils in here tightened up, get this connected, and then get it connected back to the car.